We've heard of situations where an employee has developed some sort of medical condition whereby the employee can still work, but he or she needs some modification to the workplace. And the question arises as to what modification the employer has to agree to. And the answer depends on a number of factors. First of all, it depends on the size of the employer. Again, under federal law, we're talking about 15 or more employees, and under state law, an uncovered employer is 4 or more employees. But the real key is whether the accommodation is reasonable, looking at a number of factors that the law sets out. You have to ask your employer for the accommodation. You need to be specifying what the accommodation is, and then there's supposed to be what is called an interactive process between the employee and the employer to come to an accommodation that's doable. And what is practical or reasonable may depend upon the size of the employer, the cost of the modification in the workplace. If it's a matter of getting a different kind of desk, and we've had that situation, we're going to say that most employers are required to do that. If it means building a different office, depending on the size of the employer, depending upon the cost of the modification, an employer may not be required to do that. If it means changing the job specifications, generally speaking, an employer is not going to be required to accommodate an employee to that extent.